The thing that stopped my nightly trips to the bathroom is so simple, you might even smile. But it changed the nights of hundreds of elderly people. My name is Lee Chun-ha, and I'm a general practitioner. I've worked my whole life in Jinan, in the Jeollabuk-do province. Even now, in my 80s, I open the doors of my clinic every day. And yes, I went through this myself. There was a time when I woke up at night up to 5 times and dreaded the arrival of morning. But now I sleep through the night without waking even once. And you can start to feel this change as early as tonight. When I graduated from medical school and began practicing, I didn't take these kinds of problems seriously. I used to tell my patients, well, it's age. It happens to everyone. But now that I've reached that age myself, I understand how deeply these small things can affect quality of life. Waking up 1 or 2 times during the night isn't just an inconvenience. It's something that slowly destroys your health and steals your joy. I've lived through it myself. Just imagine what it means in old age to spend the entire night in peace without waking up. Most people think nighttime bathroom trips are just part of getting older, but my experience says otherwise. In my 50 years as a doctor, I've learned one of the most important lessons. It's the small habits that can lead to big changes. Every morning, when patients see me in my office, they ask, "Doctor, how do you stay so sharp at your age?" I always smile and reply, "Because I sleep well. Good sleep is a medicine stronger than any pill. So how many times did you wake up last night to go to the bathroom? Have you ever thought about how much this lowers your quality of life?" A few years ago, after I turned 70, I started waking up 2 to 3 times a night. It got worse in the fall. Because of the lack of deep sleep, I had headaches in the morning. I lost focus when seeing patients, and sometimes I even nodded off at work. I even started wearing slippers with rubber soles so I wouldn't trip in the dark. Only those who have been through this can truly understand how valuable this method turned out to be. I remember one night I nearly prescribed the wrong medication because I was so scattered. Luckily, the nurse caught the mistake in time. That night I told myself, this can't go on. I might become a danger to my patients. I started looking for a solution. One patient I'll never forget was Grandpa, Kim Mansu, 82 years old. He was waking up 6 times a night and had fallen into a depression. He told me, "Doctor, I'm going crazy without sleep. Life is torture." I still remember his exhausted face. At first he asked for sleeping pills, but after following my lifestyle recommendations, in just 2 weeks, his nightly wake-ups were cut in half. Within a month, the signs of depression were gone. When he said, "Doctor, thanks to you, I feel alive again," I felt a pride that words can't express. There was another patient, Grandma Park Soon-hee. One night she fell while going to the bathroom and broke her hip. Her recovery was long and difficult. It became hard for her to walk. She stopped leaving the house and fell into a deep sadness. So let me be clear. Nighttime bathroom trips aren't just inconvenient. They can lead to serious injuries. I've been through it too. We installed nightlights on the way to the bathroom. My wife started sleeping in another room because I kept disturbing her. I tried medications. No results. I did ultrasounds of the bladder, checked the prostate. No serious abnormalities. The only thing doctors told me was, "It's your age." I started forgetting the names of old patients. I'd repeat the same stories at family gatherings. My kids began to worry. Later, I learned that the root cause was simply sleep deprivation. When the brain doesn't get enough deep sleep, it can't recover, and cognitive functions decline. Maybe you also think frequent nighttime wake-ups are an unavoidable part of aging. But the story I'm going to share may change your mind. One day, my wife said, "You drink broth every evening and eat a lot of fruit at night." That's when it all started. I simply changed the timing of my fluid intake, and even that night I started waking up less. As I gradually adjusted my habits, I was surprised to find I could sleep through the night, without pills, without doctors, without much effort. At first, I was skeptical. Could something this simple really work? But when I looked into medical articles, I found real scientific evidence. Fluid balance, hemodynamics, hormonal rhythms, all of it plays a role. I was embarrassed. A seasoned doctor like me had overlooked such basic things. My clinic staff were amazed. "Doctor, you look so refreshed." My face in the morning no longer looked tired. My attention and focus with patients improved dramatically. But the most important thing was this. I began to understand my patients better. Because I had experienced it myself, I could give more accurate and effective advice to those who suffered, just like I had. That's why I recorded this video. Only if you watch it until the end. If you watch this video to the end and click like and subscribe, it will help share this valuable information with more people. As a doctor, I must admit, for years I prescribed medications without addressing the most important factor, lifestyle. Now I want to share 5 simple habits that helped me and hundreds of my patients reduce nighttime bathroom visits, often without any medication. These are not a replacement for treatment, but a powerful complement. Small lifestyle changes can bring dramatic results. Imagine waking up refreshed with a clear mind, starting tonight. Habit 1. Limit fluid intake after 6 p.m. Most nighttime urine is made from fluids consumed in the evening. Kidneys slow down at night, but with age, this rhythm gets disrupted. That's why drinking late can cause multiple awakenings. Patients who stopped drinking water, broth, fruit juices, or alcohol after 6 p.m. often saw results the very first night. Tip: avoid all fluids, soups, fruits, and alcohol after 6 p.m. If thirsty, take only a small sip or rinse your mouth. Strictly limit fluids 2 hours before bed. Don't forget about hidden water in soups, fruits, and cereals. Caution: if you have kidney or heart issues, consult your doctor before changing fluid intake. Habit 2. Reduce leg swelling during the day. Fluid builds up in the legs due to gravity. At night, when lying down, this fluid returns to the bloodstream and is filtered into urine, causing nighttime urination. This is known as gravitational edema. Solution: every evening after dinner, elevate your legs above heart level for 20 minutes. You can lie on the floor and rest your legs against the wall or use pillows on the couch. During the day, wear compression socks if swelling is persistent. Note: if you have high blood pressure or heart issues, elevate your legs slowly. Stop immediately if you feel chest pressure or trouble breathing. Positioning for diabetics is essential. Always check your feet for any skin damage and use soft pillows to avoid putting pressure on one spot. If you have pronounced varicose veins, consult your doctor first. When you're watching TV in the evening, where all are your legs? What if today you change that habit just a little? Habit number 3. Always go to the bathroom before bed, even if you don't feel the urge. Even a small amount of fluid in the bladder can feel more intense at night and wake you up. During sleep, the body shifts into rest mode, but a full bladder sends a signal to the brain that disrupts this rest. That's why it's crucial to completely empty your bladder before bed. As we age, bladder capacity decreases and its walls lose elasticity. While a younger person might comfortably hold 300-400 mmol, older adults can feel the urge at just 150-200 mmol. And since our sensitivity increases at night, even a slight fullness can wake us. Shin Myungja, 81 years old, made it a habit to always go to the bathroom before bed, even when she didn't feel like it. After 3 months, she stopped waking up at night altogether. At first, it felt inconvenient, she said, but now it feels natural. Thanks to that, I finally started sleeping deeply. Myungja used to fall asleep right after her evening drama. Now, she makes sure to use the bathroom first, even when she's very tired, and she never skips this step. Another example is Choi Don-cheol, 84 years old. He had prostate hyperplasia, and even after using the toilet, some urine would remain in his bladder. I taught him a simple method to help fully empty the bladder. For men, gently press upward between the scrotum and anus. This helps release residual urine. After trying this, Donchil began waking up much less often at night. Tip: before going to bed, always go to the bathroom, even if you don't feel the need. Develop the habit of fully emptying your bladder. Don't lie down right away, even if you're sleepy. Go to the bathroom first and take your time. Focus on fully emptying your bladder. Pause, then try to urinate again. This helps release residual urine. Also, wait a few seconds to allow the last drops to come out. Men are especially encouraged to urinate while sitting down. This promotes more complete emptying. If you take diuretics for kidney or heart conditions, discuss the timing with your doctor. It's often better to take them in the morning to avoid nighttime trips to the toilet. Do you remember what time you last went to the bathroom before bed? Maybe tonight you can try going one more time, just in case. Habit number 4. No phone in bed. The light from screens tricks the brain into thinking it's still daytime and increases urine production. Blue light from smartphones suppresses melatonin, the sleep hormone. This lowers sleep quality and disrupts the release of the antidiuretic hormone, which normally reduces urine production at night and promotes deep sleep. When you expose yourself to blue light, melatonin production is disrupted, throwing off your circadian rhythm. Also, if you're watching exciting or stressful content before bed, your sympathetic nervous system activates, making it harder to fall asleep. Cho Byung-seon, 79 years old, used to fall asleep with his phone in hand reading the news. After he stopped bringing his phone to bed and started leaving it in another room, his nighttime awakenings were cut in half. At first, it felt strange to fall asleep without my phone, he admitted. But now I sleep much deeper and better. Later, he realized it was especially the political news that stirred him up, causing hidden stress. Now he reads news after dinner and prefers light reading before bed. This simple change completely transformed his nights. Another example. Lee Hyun-suk, 68 years old. She loved chatting with her children and grandchildren on Kakao Talk in the evenings. It was her nightly tradition. Every evening, she would message with her family late into the night, right from her bed. But the notifications kept waking her up at night. I suggested she limit communication with loved ones to before 8 p.m. and leave her phone in the living room overnight. It was hard at first to break the habit, but after just a week, she said, "Yes, I miss the photos of my grandkids, but now I understand. Getting good sleep is more important." What can you do? Just leave your phone in another room before bed. Don't bring any electronic devices into the bedroom. Ideally, stop using them at least 1 hour before bedtime. Make your bedroom dark, quiet, and comfortable. Instead of a screen, read a paper book, meditate, or do light stretches. If you're reading on a device, turn on blue light filtering, but it's still better to use a regular book. Remember, it's not just your phone. Avoid TVs, tablets, or any screens at least an hour before bed. Especially avoid stressful or exciting videos. They stimulate the brain and interfere with falling asleep. Instead, try light reading or calm music. If you use your phone as an alarm, put it on airplane mode and turn it face down. Even better, use a regular alarm clock. Do you also fall asleep with your phone in hand? What if tonight you leave it outside the bedroom? Habit number 5. Don't rush to the bathroom the moment you wake up at night. Often, it's not your bladder, it's a sleep disruption. Our bodies quickly adapt to routines. If you've woken up at night and gone to the bathroom a few times, your brain remembers and starts waking you up at that same time, even if your bladder isn't full. This is called conditioned awakening. Sleep consists of several cycles, and brief awakenings at the end of each are normal. But if you go to the bathroom every time, your body forms a pattern. Wake up, go. You need to break that habit. Moon Changja used to get up 4 times a night. It was hard at first, but she tried not to get up. Within 2 weeks, her awakenings dropped to once a night. The first few days were really tough, she recalled, but now I sometimes sleep through the whole night. She used to wake at midnight, 2 hours and 4 hours a.m. Once she learned to wait, her sleep became much deeper. Park Jong-gi, 72 years old, suffered from frequent nighttime urination after prostate surgery. Beyond physical causes, he had psychological anxiety. He was afraid his bladder wasn't working properly. I taught him relaxation techniques and how to train patients. Upon waking, don't get up immediately. Try to fall back asleep. At first, he was anxious, but over time he grew confident, and his awakenings drastically decreased. Tip: if you wake up, don't get up right away. Lie still for 3 to 5 minutes. Focus on your breathing. Ask yourself, do you really need to go, or are you just awake out of habit? If possible, close your eyes and try to sleep again. A simple breathing meditation can help. Take a deep breath and exhale slowly. Relax your body. Repeat the cycle 5-10 times, and you might fall back asleep. Important: if you feel pain or strong discomfort, don't force yourself to hold it. In such cases, it's better to get up. And if you have prostate issues, incontinence, or other conditions, be sure to consult your doctor. This method isn't meant to suppress real urges, but to break the habit of unnecessary awakenings. Also, get checked. Maybe your nighttime awakenings are caused by diabetes, heart failure, sleep apnea, or other conditions. Do you usually go straight to the bathroom when you wake up at night? What if tonight you try waiting a bit? Try at least one of the techniques I shared today. Just one night could change everything. Any illness is, first and foremost, a signal from the body, and the one who recognizes it early starts healing earlier. Starting tonight, pick one thing. Reduce evening fluids. Elevate your legs. Go to the bathroom before bed. Avoid screens in the bedroom. Train patients with nighttime awakenings. Try it, and maybe tomorrow morning you'll wake up feeling completely different, refreshed, clear-headed, and energized. Don't try to do everything perfectly at once. That only adds stress. Start with one thing, and if you notice a benefit, gradually add the others. That's the key to lasting change. Personally, I started with reducing evening fluids. When I felt the improvement, I added the rest. I've had patients who, after these changes, stopped needing sleeping pills. Yes, pills can help you fall asleep for a while, but over time, they reduce sleep quality and cause dependency. They're not a long-term solution. Lifestyle change is the safest and most effective path. In my 40 years of medical practice, I've learned that the most effective methods are often the simplest. Small habit changes can have a far greater impact than any medication or procedure. I've experienced it myself, and so have many of my patients. When nighttime urination stops, your quality of life improves drastically. You wake up energized. Your days are more active. Memory and concentration improve. Fall risk decreases. Your overall health strengthens. Most importantly, you get rid of the stress and anxiety that used to come with each night. Let me sum up with 5 simple steps to help reduce nighttime bathroom trips. Limit fluid intake after 6 p.m. Elevate your legs above heart level every evening. Always go to the bathroom before bed, even if you don't feel the urge. Eliminate phones and other screens from your bedroom. If you wake up at night, don't rush to the bathroom. Try to fall back asleep first. Even just trying one tip can make a difference on the first night, and as you gradually adopt the others, the number of night awakenings will decrease significantly. Remember, in older age, small, everyday habits define your quality of life, and I sincerely hope your own personal change begins tonight. I'm 70 years old, and I still open my clinic every morning and see patients. When people ask me the secret to my energy, I confidently answer good deep sleep. Healthy sleep is the foundation of health, and it's the key to a happy and peaceful old age. In the next video, I'll talk about age-related incontinence and bladder issues in older adults. Subscribe, like, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future episodes. I sincerely wish you health and a harmonious old age.